fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.
Oh my gosh, it's people helping people!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another amazing episode of People Helping People. And I am so glad to be here. We're doing a late night Saturday stream. If you were here yesterday, you know that we had some fun little technical difficulties. I ended up filming from my computer because, again, we are on day 13 of 30 live streams. We're not going to miss a day. We are not going to miss a day. So, you know that we had some technical difficulties, and basically what had happened was right after the stream, I ran off to Best Buy. I was like, holy crap. I'm totally upside down in this whole thing because if I have to get a new camera, it's going to be a real issue. So I was praying it was the cord. The second that I hit end on the live stream, I ran down to Best Buy, got there 15 minutes before they closed, and I'm like, panting. I'm like, hey, I need a cord. I need a micro HDMI to regular HDMI. And he's like, oh, don't worry. I got something for you. I'm like, perfect. So I'm waiting around. He goes and he grabs a new cord, and he comes back with this little 6-foot cord. I'm like, you got anything longer? I need at least a 15-foot. From my computer here to the Sony A7 III over there that's shooting this whole thing, it's about 10 feet. So I need about a 15-foot cord in order to make this thing work. And I'm like, okay, well, I need an HDMI extension then. And he's like, well, let me see what I got. So he comes back and he gives me a 3-foot extension. And I'm like, okay, I'm totally screwed. So I went on Amazon and I looked for a cord. And the soonest that a cord could be here was Sunday. Was Sunday. And so this was yesterday, and I'm like, let me try and figure out some other things first. Let me see if I can finagle something up and make it work, and see if it was the software, my camera, whatever it may be. So I went ahead and I checked on StreamYard, which is where I stream from. I stream on StreamYard, and it shoots out to all these different platforms. And come to find out, when I updated my Google Chrome, it apparently doesn't play well with StreamYard. So then I couldn't get this main camera to work. It was some kind of issue. So I'm like, man, how the heck am I going to make this work? So in any event, long story short, the camera works, as you can see. The cord works, as you can see. And I had to download Firefox. So we are running this from Firefox now, and learning all kinds of new stuff. Speaking of which, learning new things, Brandon Harris, my guy. Oh, man, I was really looking forward to having you on tonight. He was under the weather, and it's totally fine. But you know what? I'm excited for the next show that we can have you on, showcase your music, man, and let people get to know you. Let people get to know the man behind the music and hear your story, because I know you got an amazing story for the people out there. So, but check this out. I learned that I can upload my own music to play in the background. My buddy sent me this song that he wrote on guitar. He was all excited. He sent me this song, and it was just a loop of guitar, right? And I'm like, dude, that loop is epic. Let me put some drums behind it. Let me put some bass lines behind it. And I sent it back to him. And it's just this ongoing loop of this super cool, bluesy, melodic jam. And I'm like, okay, let me make a little something for that. So check this out. Like I said, we're learning new things. I found out that I can play this as background music and just let it loop. And it's so good. So here, I'll play it for you real loud, real quick. Can you guys hear that? Yeah. So he sent me that guitar riff and it was so cool, so bluesy and nice little melody to it. But I added the drums and the bass line. And I just learned that we can just have that little jingle playing in the background on repeat while we do our show, which I really like. But I mean, as we continue to do this, you can see that the production is getting better, right? We have good banners at the bottom now. We have our logo up in the top corner now, which is great. I produced and wrote the hook, the intro. So, I mean, we're getting better as we go, and we're learning. We're learning along the way. Yeah, Brandon Harris says it's a vibe. Yeah, I love it, man. I mean, this is just cool. 857 Tucson, Damien in the house. He says, hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate you. And for everybody that is joining us, I hope that you're joining us on the YouTube page because we need to get our watch time up over there. If we hit 3,000 watch time hours in 365 days, then we can monetize. And if we can monetize, then I can continue to do this stuff for you, you know? So if you're not watching on the YouTube page, go over to youtube.com/@ people helping people live. And yeah, watch from there. I'd appreciate that. But thank you to everybody that's joining us. And we're just talking about some technical difficulties that we had and how we're not missing a show. We are not missing a show. I made my promise to you guys that we're going to do 30 shows in 30 days. And so we're here. We're doing it. Brandon Harris says, send that link, bruh. Yeah, for real. For real. I'll send you over this beat and maybe you can play with it and do something with it. I think I don't know if you guys can copy and paste. If I put a comment up on the screen like that, can you guys copy and paste that? Maybe you can copy and paste it directly from the comments on the sideline. I'm not sure. That's something I'll have to learn too. But I want to thank everybody. Donnie, Lacero, yo, what up? Welcome to the live stream, you guys. I appreciate you guys all being here. Oh, send that link, bruh. I think you were talking about maybe the YouTube link. But you'll just have to punch it in, youtube.com @ people helping people live. But yeah, go ahead and watch from over there if you could. We got to get those watch hours up. So sorry guys, I keep getting messages here and my notifications on my computer are not turned off. So if you can hear those, I apologize. But like I said, we are learning together. We are doing new things. We are trying new things. And I want to introduce a new little asset or feature of the show. And I'm really excited to be doing this. Let's see. Yeah, I'm really excited to be trying out these new things for you guys. So check this out. As you guys know, Kayla Coffee Studios, that is my girlfriend who is an incredible artist. And I've been talking about trying this for a long time. And we're on so late tonight because we are trying out this new way of viewing her doing art as we're doing the show. So let's see, maybe we get a little bit of a drum roll. I don't know, is there a drum roll? Let me hit some buttons over here and see what we can get. Oh, that's not a drum roll. That's not a drum roll. Oh, maybe that'll work. I like that one. Okay, so let's welcome in our live art cam from Kayla Coffee Studios with a nice little one of these. All right, let's add her to the stage here. Very nice. Now it's not in landscape, so we got to go ahead and change her camera view to the landscape camera view. And then we can watch her do art live up in the corner as we do our show. Check that out. Heck yes. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Let's get over to the comments here. Can you guys see her little art pip screen? I'm trying to find the right words. It would be a picture in picture. There it is. Beautiful. I love it. All right. It looks like it went black. But welcome in, everybody. We are on day 13 of 30. I hope everybody's having a good time out there. We were going to have a guest today. He was a little bit under the weather, which happens. I'm finding that throughout these live streams, the hardest part is cinching down guests, because people have lives. People have things going on. So, you think you might have a guest for one day, and the last 2 days we had guests lined up and people just had things going on. So that's totally fine. That's totally fine. And I'm here to give you guys a good live show. And no matter what, whether we have guests or not, we're going to be here. We're going to be here chatting with you guys. Brandon Harris says, yes, give it a try, bruh. Okay. Donnie Lucero says, election day, Tuesday, 15th, District 7, vote Jorge Rivas. Oh boy. Yeah, so we're not going to get political on this show, but I appreciate you stepping in and leaving a comment. And I appreciate you telling the people how you feel. That's great. Let's see. Brandon Harris, I'm going to it right now. Nice. Going over to the YouTube channel. That's great. Head over to the YouTube channel and watch from over there. Be much appreciated. And like I said, we got the live art cam from Kayla Coffee Studios up in the corner. She's going to be doing some things for us, and we can watch her create live as we get this show going. 857 Tucson says, love the colors. That one's for you, Kayla Coffee. Yeah, she's got so many cool pieces. If you guys don't follow her on Instagram, you go over there and check out her art doing stuff live. Tanner Surratt. What's up, Ted? That's my brother from Oregon. I love that guy. He says, the man, the myth, the legend, we in the house. Yes, sir. Late Saturday night. If y'all are drinking, I hope you have a nice little sip of beer for me. I don't drink anymore, but if you're not drinking, I hope that you have a nice little sip of water for me. If you're surrounded by friends, family, chilling by yourself, I hope that you're just, enjoying your time. Let's see. Donnie Lucera, that's all I wanted to say. I'm not getting into anything else. That's okay. You know what? You say what you want. That's the freedom of speech. And we don't mind. We'll acknowledge what you say. And, I appreciate you being in here. Looks as though we're going to make this a real short stream, you guys. This is going to be a real quick one. And it looks like, so essentially this is just going to be a test run. Making sure our camera's up and running, making sure that we can do picture in picture. We got a thumbs up from Kayla Coffee Studios over there in the corner. Making sure that that's up and running and trying new things. So that's what this episode is all about, just making sure that everything is working well. We appreciate everybody that's joining us. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and get to some sponsors. We have some sponsors of the show today. So let's go ahead and shout those guys out, because we are doing everything we can to make sure that they're talked about in the episodes, because we appreciate them and we enjoy representing who they are. Legends. This episode is sponsored by carsfortucson.org. Sorry. This episode is sponsored by carsfortucson.org. Cars for Tucson, they are out here doing God's work. They are giving vehicles away and helping out people that have been stricken by financial crisis. And so let's get into it. One car repair can create a powerful ripple effect. or a low-income family struggling with housing, a reliable vehicle means they can hold on to their job, access childcare, and avoid spiraling into homelessness. Cars for Tucson understands this. They exist to provide affordable, sometimes free, critical car repairs to ensure these families stay connected to their livelihoods and their homes. Their goal is to also give away vehicles. Like I said, God's work. Be a part of the positive ripple effect. Your donation helps prevent homelessness one car or one repair at a time. Visit carsfortucson.org. Again, that's carsfortucson.org. Thank you guys so much for being a sponsor of the show. And we really are excited to be a representative of such an amazing movement. Let's jump into one more. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more sponsor. This episode of People Helping People Live is sponsored by T-Town Boxing, Tucson's home for boxing, kickboxing, and recovery classes for all ages. T-Town Boxing isn't just a gym. It's a community where you can build confidence, discipline, lifelong skills, whether you're stepping into the ring for the first time or sharpening your techniques. From kids to adults, beginners to experienced fighters, T-Town Boxing offers a space to grow, train, and challenge yourself. So, if you're ready to push your limits and join an amazing community, reach out to T-Town Boxing on Instagram at instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, boxingtucson.com. Again, instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, boxingtucson.com. Back to the show. T-Town Boxing, the owner of T-Town, he was going to be on Saturday, and we were having issues with the microphone. So we didn't end up running that episode, but we're going to be doing an interview with him inside of the boxing gym next week. You guys will not want to miss that. I also have some friends from Greece, from Australia, business owners, social media influencers, rappers from all over. I mean, I have a slew of incredible guests coming on for you guys. And one of which is going to be Jake Wilson, the owner of T-Town Boxing. That interview is going to be really cool. I'm excited for it because I fell in love with boxing. It completely pulled me out of such a dark place. Good physical work, learning how to hit mitts, learning that I don't know shit about boxing. I mean, that's the reality of it, is when you step into a boxing gym, you realize that you don't know how to throw a punch. You realize you don't know how to properly defend yourself. And, you realize too that the people that are the loudest and want to fight the most aren't the ones that know how to fight. So it's really interesting going through that and seeing that firsthand. So next week, or this coming week, we're going to have Jake Wilson on the show, the owner of T-Town Boxing. We're going to have a sit-down conversation with people fighting behind us and hitting mitts and bags, and it's going to be a really exciting show. I'm really looking forward to it. And let's check out with what Miss Kayla's doing here. Let me see if I can make that large one. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, see, like I said, we're playing with these new things here, and she's got a new art collection that she's doing, and she's taking a bunch of backdrops that she had created a few years ago and starting to create art over these backdrops. And I'm really excited to be showcasing some of this stuff for you guys. It's so cool. Kayla's Art Cam. There we go. And she's up in the corner again. Nice. Nice. See, we're learning. We're doing new things. I love it. Again, we have an exciting week ahead of us. I may be going to a diabetic event, which will be really interesting. we had a guest on, Amanda Cardenas. She was an incredible guest. She's an incredible person, super inspiring, and she is an advocate for Camp ASDA, AZDA. Camp ASDA is a place where kids go that are type 1 diabetics and spend a week at summer camp. And they are surrounded by other type 1 diabetics. So it gives kids a chance to realize that they're not alone. And, you know, I was diagnosed at 28 years old, and I've been alone ever since. You know, luckily, the show has brought some diabetics into my life that I can actually just have a conversation with, including Amanda. David Castillo, if you're out there, he was on the show. We had an incredible conversation, emotional conversation about being a diabetic and living in the world as a diabetic and the struggles and, you know, the beauty of it as well, because I don't think it's all negative, you know, in my eyes, at least, and in his eyes too, is like, you get a real moment to, geez Louise, you know, I'm struggling today, you guys, but we are here, we are doing it. But you get a full-fledged look at, you know, what you're putting into your body, and you have to be cognizant of the things that you're putting into your body and how they affect you. So I don't think that being a diabetic is all bad. You know, you get to be very aware of, you know, how your body reacts to specific things. So in any event, your boy B, I see you out there. You switched over to the YouTube. I appreciate you. And, you know, I think tomorrow, if you guys are going to join us for the stream, I'm going to be giving out some merch. So if you guys are involved in the conversation, whomever is asking the most questions, most involved in the chat, I'm going to be giving out some shirts. So join us tomorrow for our stream so you guys can get a chance at getting some merchandise. I want to give back to the community. And yeah, I think this one's going to be short and sweet. You know, this was just to try out our picture-in-picture view for Kayla Coffee Studios. This was to try out our camera and make sure that things are still up and running and working. This was to keep our streak going of 13 to 30 live shows. And I think before we go, I wanted to ask Kayla if she had anything that she wanted to say to the audience. But it looks as though I don't see her camera on in there anymore. There she is. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, give me just a moment. We're going to welcome the lovely Miss Kayla to the stage. And there she is. Hello, hello.
Hello. Can
How
you
are-
hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool.
Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Well, yeah, I was just talking with the people. We were watching you do some art and pull down some pieces.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, I was working on this one. I'm just sketching it. There's going to be a moon up there, and there's going to be pine trees right there.
Nice. I love that those are
I
all
feel like those.
off of. That's great. But yeah, we were just talking a little bit about how you and I are just doing this trial and error right now, you know, seeing if we can make new things work. And you've got a beautiful art studio set up, and we have cameras on cameras around the house now, and it's beautiful chaos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got my other phone so I could try to comment with people, but that's why you keep not being able to see my camera sometimes, because it turns off my phone to try to log on to the Wi-Fi. So anyways, next time I could probably comment.
Yes. Yeah. We'll get it dialed in. We'll get it figured out, but we're throwing spaghetti against the wall and seeing what sticks at this point. Well, I wanted to thank you for coming on to the stream, and it's going to be, you know, a recurring event, having your art being produced live on the show, and it's really exciting. But I was going to ask before we take off, we're going to make this a short one because we still got to eat dinner. We haven't eaten yet.
Yeah.
But before we take off, is there anything you want to say to the audience? Is there any way that people can help you out and support your business?
Well, the way that you can help me out, because I just now starting, so I don't have a website and all that yet, but that is coming. But so right here, I don't know if I'm pointing in the right place, but that's my Instagram, Kayla Coffee Studios. So you can just go follow me on Instagram at Kayla Coffee Studios. Currently, I am starting a collection with all of my old backgrounds. So, like this one will be in the collection. Yeah, so I'm starting a new collection. So you'll see that on my Instagram if you go and follow, and then all of the new stuff to come will be updated there.
Very nice. So yeah, if you want to follow the journey, she's going to be hard on the social media front, and her and I both
Hard
are
in the paint.
hard in the paint, literally. Yeah, we're going to be going hard in the paint for you guys, doing our best to bring you the best content possible. And your boy B is out there. He says, wow, she is super talented.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
I appreciate all the love.
She really is. And your boy B also says, I'd love to share my artwork with y'all as well. Dude, let's do it. I mean, whenever you're ready, bro, I want you to be feeling 100% and feel confident and ready to jump on the stream whenever you're ready to do so. And yeah, you just let me know. We'll set it up. If you want to run it tomorrow, I got guests Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. But tomorrow, I believe I may have an open slot. So if you want to run it tomorrow, let's run it. Well, thank you, my love. I appreciate you. And I'm glad that this worked out. And I'm looking forward to showing the people your art as we continue to grow together.
I'm excited too.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining this episode of People Helping People as we try new things out. And our camera's working. Everything's great. We are happy campers. It's time for us to get some dinner. I hope y'all are having a beautiful weekend. And yeah, we will see y'all on the next one. Deuces.
Yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people